Serene going day, y'all. Peace, love, no south, y'all. Good three fence sausage, three spaceships. Yeah. Um, you know, they going day, so like, I'm just vibing with doing this, transmitting this frequencies only with avoided visuals. This rotation. So, they lunar day, so it's a day kinda, you know, it's day kinda like, take things a bit more take things a bit more easy and flow back. Like, yeah. Take things a little bit more easy, flow back, tend to more domestic issues, be more in a meditative state, Like whoever tuned in, peaceful, serene, lunar day, peace, good, no south shot, good three fin star, six, three spaceships, you know, be more in the, meditative state, I'm not saying don't do nothing. I'm not saying don't do nothing, cause it depends on what arena that your moon is in by descension or by evolution, by nail or progress and stuff like that. But thing is flow more in where your moon is at today. I say don't do nothing. If 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 it's divinely called for you to do something, still do something, but same time, All right. Um. Okay. Now I'm gonna be covering the Asterical alignments. This is a collective read and depends on how these alignments hit in your maps by descension or by evolution. Ptolemy aspects on is not that I don't see reports of non-Ptolemy aspects, but they are more accurate, expanded on, and they're more accurate, expanded on, and seen in a personal one-on-one read, you know. And so the majority of fits hysterical alignments also. Yeah. But with that being said, yeah, like it's already 10, 13, 12,990, because the solar day occurs around. Wait a minute. 814 12,900. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got to correct the title. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely got to correct the title. 813 to 814 12,990, and you know, and the solar day is now start to occur at like There's that mid of the day, like, 12 p.m. UT. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely, it's definitely a reminder. But I got to correct the tile, y'all. But it's definitely a reminder of the structure of the hysterical time, but also the nebulousness too. Like, the flux and flow between like both times and stuff like that. Cause even if you're going by like Gregorian days, even going by Gregorian days, like Gregorian calendar days, next day is at 12 Gregorian, but whatever time zone you have be like 3D curly located that, like, 00 midnight UT will occur, like, about 5 or 6 hours before that. So it's that it like, it like Saturn, Neptune, you gotta keep both in mind, stuff like that. Particularly if you got mutable ninth house, mutable 12th house, like the ruler of one of those spaces is in a mutable, Aries mutable sign, so like that. Like you have to learn to like you have to learn to like do both. You have to learn to do both and stuff like that. Instead of staying just stuck, you have to learn to do both. But yeah, but that's a Neptune ish stuff like that. So yeah, I gotta go back and correct the title. But other than that, let's hop into it. You know, contact information is in the description. If you want to hit me up for a personal read, yeah, contact information is in the description and stuff like that. Want to hit me up for a personal read or an inquiry, you got any questions, you leave in the comments, or you know, be on the 11 space frequencies with and stuff like that. But if you're not vibing with that, if you're not vibing that, you rather keep those frequencies, probably keep it on the 8th and 9th space, stuff like that. You contact me by email to it's in the description so I can answer your inquiry. But yeah, um, and that's and that don't even have to be a reading request. Just just a spiritual inquiry period and stuff like that, but anyways, yeah, let's get into it. What is doing? Okay. Okay, at okay, at 7:51 a.m. UT of previous rotation. Um, yeah, 10:13. Yeah, 10:13. We had the moon. Had the moon set side Neptune. So with that being said, Neptune Neptune is in Pisces, still post shadow phase. Um, still post shadow phase, you know, like in direct motion, ain't sped all the way back up yet, still gaining speed. Um, you know, Okay, so Neptune and Pisces, like receiving from the multiverse, the vibrational shifts, like the vibrational shifts that's pierced through by a crux of 3D that's rooted in spirit of the vibrational shifts. So that being said, it's the receptivity to the above and beyond and the whole multiverse in totality when the feminine side spirituality that is bound to this crux, when the vibrational shifts, when the psychic, when the psychic realm, the part of the psychic realm that's bound to this crux of 3D ain't enough. The flow ain't enough. That's where we truly turn to the divine with Neptune and Pisces, stuff like that. That's when we're truly like, instead of being in the ocean mist, instead of just looking at the ocean and stuff like that, we flow up to a divine and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's a that's a small representation of the divine in this room. Stuff like they said, we're taking that and going beyond stuff like that because we're realizing, yeah, we're realizing to flow upward, to search upward, not just around. Now, the moon sets tile that's it's like, and it's a waxing moon. So that being said, it's Neptune though. So yeah, it's Neptune and stuff like that. So it's the opportunity, like unless the moon isn't harmonious alignment to your Saturn, Uranus, because Uranus is still anything gold you could get or you couldn't get, or Pluto and stuff like that. It's not a tangible manifestation in this 3D realm. Not. But it's I'll say it, and if it's a hard aspect to your Saturn, Uranus, or Pluto, show a fuck ain't. Even though Uranus is still anything goes. Even though Uranus is still anything goes too. You know? So yeah, lightning might strike where you might not want to be, still might get, and you still might not. Uranus does what it does. Uranus is the originator, the fall of the sky. Uranus and Gaia created this realm, and created this realm from their union. I'm telling you, from their union came all the other deities. Okay, Uranus and Gaia. Like Mother Earth, fall the sky. So you showing the fuck's not going to tell Uranus what the fuck to do. Uranus does what he does. And you just gonna have to deal. Um, but that being said, unless that's going on harmonious aspect, you like to one of those big three heavy hitters, like you're not like like it's not gonna be a manifestation of that divine vision in this realm to maintain your 3D security. It's just gonna be an opportunity to flow into the vision, but that vision is still gonna stay in higher realms. That's in harmonious aspect to one big three heavy hitters or Uranus, because Uranus still might give it to you in the daggone ways a little of it. You know? Like, and Like, and I know, shoot, I might seem like, and come off as the doomsayer, but no, you know, you know, I rather keep my expansions like as honest and as honest and as blunt, instead be seeing over here, see over here blowing smoke of everybody's asses for a bag. I'm not shoot. I'm not called to do that. I'm called to keep. I'm called keep it 100%. I'm called keep it 100% truthful and truthful and accurate as I can. Cause I tell that truth. That's that Sag energy. That's that Sag energy in me, and that ninth space energy in me. Cause ninth space, that is the arena of Sagittarius. The masculine arena of Jupiter, the masculine side of spirituality. But I truth. I tell that truth off. So because like I said, I don't know. I don't know about I don't know about everybody else, but I'm sure we have all. I'm sure we have all went to diviners for guidance. Went to diviners for guidance and for guides and gems and jewels and hysterical insights and reasons and stuff like that, and got disappointed and disillusioned because they end up blowing smoke up our asses. They end up blowing smoke on our root chakras and stuff like that. So they could manifest more of that earth energy from us, aka lie to us for the coin. No, no, people. People got to regain the ethics in what they do. Some, yeah, you know. But anyways, at 9:58 a.m. UT. The moon in alignment Venus. Venus slowed down. Okay, she's acting like Mars. She ain't got up from that particular part in the field. She got up for that particular part of the field, and she's moving to another spot. Therefore, in motion, acting like Mars. Cause Venus is chilling. Venus is the maintenance. This is the maintenance of 3D security, but crux of 3D. So this is the maintenance. She is chilling. Venus chills. She receives, but she chills. She gives, but she chill. That's what she do. That's what she do. Shoot, even in a more active space of experience, even when she's in Aries, Sagittarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, fire, Venus and stuff like that. And even when she's in Scorpio, Martian rule Venus. Even when she's in Jupiter, Pisces. Cause although the no movement, even when she's in Mercurial sign, that's why I say moving, she still chill. Okay, she still chill, you know. I'll shoot out just only in those just only in those spaces of experience, you know, Venus instead of lushing and lounging and stuff like that, she might be running around her garden and stuff like that, you know. She might be running around going to bounds and edges stuff like that, doing activity in her garden, like Virgo like tend to go doing activity in her garden and stuff like that. Might be a bit more active, but same time she not trying to leave. Same time she got, you know what, I'm running around hopping, skipping, jumping. I'm running around hopping, skipping, jumping over here in my domain. I'm still lush with I got to exercise. Okay. Dancing around Leo. Dancing around and stuff like that. Leo stuff like that. I still got to, dance around singing and stuff like that. And I'm lush. I'm enjoying the lushness, even though I'm in activity. See, but yeah. Um, But that being said, like, she's gotten up, but Capricorn, like, that's Saturn ruled. So, she's particularly seeing now. She like, you know what? I gotta get some more fruits for this side of the man. I gotta get some stuff for this side going and stuff like that. Make this get more lush over here, stuff like that. Cause this ain't growing how I want. So that essence and stuff like that. Okay, slow down. She turning into Mars because she slowed down, be lush. She getting up to another spot to go get some stuff. So to go get some stuff for when she go back and take a seat, aka speed back up and stuff like that, those things will grow, you know. But okay, moon in alignment, that stuff like that. So yeah, it's like the manifestation that has occurred, and particularly so if in either aspect to your Saturn, Uranus, or Pluto, like, you know, hard aspect except Uranus, but including Uranus. Sometimes stuff like that, even more so not. Like, just not. It said the waxing moon. At 11:39 a.m. UT. Okay, that 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. That break down 5. Magic. Okay, Jupiter at the bendings of the nodes. Jupiter square nodes. Jupiter square the nodes, y'all. And when energy, like, Okay, so Jupiter. Okay, like Jupiter one. Okay, okay. Jupiter is one of the slower moving stairs because it's Jupiter. Jupiter spin approximately about a whole like solar cycle in each space experience. A little bit longer when Jupiter slows down though. But so that being said, that being said, Jupiter's on the Aquarius Pisces cusp. So you know it's the reception of maintenance of frequency security and those vibrational shifts, but crux of 3D. You know, so that being said, like we gaining more, like we gain more like frequencies by people like maintained by people like who will flow with, who will shift flow to, gain more sterical knowledge and illuminations, gain more scientific knowledge and illuminations, like more knowledge about art, like more knowledge on like on the true just right ethics of our humanity, because even though we are higher plane beings, being from one higher plane being to another one, to the other one, stuff like that, we're still having this human part of our experience and stuff like that, ways we could grow, like what like ways we could grow as people, like while we're having this human part of our experiences down here and stuff like that. um you know but also taking that and shifting from like how can we grow spiritually too, the feminine side spirituality, ship, even shifting live from, like particularly if you're also an astrologer too and stuff like that, because Jupiter, yeah, yeah, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, the ninth and 11th space also rule on astrology. So like that, you might find yourself increasing increasing on a spiritual expansion with your transmission and stuff like that, like increasing on the spiritual side of it. um just receiving more universal downloads. You see more universal downloads on the cosmic universal sciences and spirituality, and increasing your gifts, period, like and expanding on the spiritual side of this that's occurring. Yeah. So with that being said, like that being said, but squaring the nodes is like, okay. That being said, okay, the nodes, okay. North Node is on the Taurus Gemini cusp and stuff like that. So this time, like you really like, okay, you really have no frequency exchanges about the produce of your field, the garden, morals, values, like moral values, like maintain your stability, your resources, whether internal or external, your talents, you know, your talents. But South Node and on the Scorpio Sag cuss, I'm gonna say linseed oil. Linseed oil, but you had backed away from back the torch shit. Linseed oil. Linseed oil vibes, same time. Like, you know what? But I'm like, you know what? I'm kinda I'm it's going back to the point. It's going back to that particular point where you kind of start saying after torch stuff down, but at the same time it's like, mm, not so much, but it's shoot. But I see this particular square as which long distance call do I need to answer? Because Jupiter rule over long distance communications. So does the ninth space rule over long distance communications. Okay, the right one. Okay, it's a tussle because you're expanding, but same time you're expanding, you're in that boat, but you're trying to figure out, you still like having that adventure and stuff like that. So you ain't ready to go on that yet, but same time, it's like, okay, there's a very important call, North Node and Gemini, that you don't want to miss. So you be able to make sure that you be alright when you decide to go jump off boat. And sad self know, like, you still like just the adventure itself. So it's like, man, do I stick around for this call, or do I just go back and see for myself? Do North Node and Gemini, do I stick around for this call to get these instructions, or do I just go ahead and jump? It's like waiting for that. It's waiting for that long distance, like call that, on ship side, that frequency transmission from beyond, like from beyond. So like, which one do I choose? Which one do I go with? Cause and this particular cuss. I'm like, this particular cuss, it has to do, man, it has to do with the spirits. This particular cuss, which one do I go with? Particularly if it's going on in your 12 space, particularly going 12 space and stuff like that. If it's going your air houses, yeah, it might actually have to do with like people, stuff like that. Like, okay, which call I need to pick up on, and which one I need to hang up on and give the dial tone to. Which one need to be left dial tone, because there's some important stuff right now. So like I said, if you alchemize it right, you got all that skip step, that lesson. Cause in it stairs at the bendings is a skip step. It's a lesson learned. You establish foundation up. The frequency flow. You need to shift. You need shift into, and that stay stable for who you need to be communicating with at this time. Frequency you see from at this time, but same time, keeping flow, with like who you was flowing with too, and stuff like that. The right ones. So you go forward. So you be able to see the way forward, instead like that. Instead being the cloud and stuff like that. You could see through a cloud. He's had some sight through a cloud and stuff like that. Now, if you didn't get, then if you didn't get stuff like that, you would still be like, man, contact with all the wrong folks and this, that, third, wrong people. Tuning into tuning in, particularly going on your 12 space. This is Pisces energy after our 12 space like that. Tune in and being open yourself up to receiving constant communication frequencies from beings that are malevolent to you and stuff like that. It's that third stuff like that. So yeah, you need to, you know, constantly getting wrong information, constantly seeing wrong stuff like that. If you ain't if you ain't got shit, if you ain't shifted right, and use those increase in downloads to make the right turn the boat to make the right turn for you hop off in the spiritual for you hop off in ocean, because this is crucial at this time. um at 14:20 p.m. That said, that breakdown truth. Okay, moon in alignment, Pluto still gonna get. Pluto still gets, period. It don't matter what's going on. Moon come in alignment with Pluto, stuff still gonna happen. Stuff still gonna happen. Stuff still gonna manifest it. And I'm talking on a collective basis. Moon in alignment, Pluto, Moon absolute alignment, Pluto, and stuff like that. So that, Pluto stripped, Pluto stripped the crust. Pluto stripped one side of the reception, and what left is a pure awareness and the way to birth in the establishment of 3D security for you. So whatever which way you did it, that's one thing I say. Pluto is aligned with Peacock. That's glory and honor. So whichever way you went back doing it, it was the right move for you, period. Period. It's just purification, period. Whatever ring happens is the right move for you, period. You know? I now upcoming at 20:08 p.m. UT. Okay, that's 10, that breakdown 10, new cycle, okay? Okay, the moon trine Ceres. So that being said, Ceres is our way in Taurus. Our way in Taurus, so like that, okay, she's only concerned with nurturing the produce of that field. None else. Okay. The moon trine that, that's Mama Luna gifting. Like, that's Mama Luna gifting her with with more of a terrain to nourish. Like, because that's the vibes of stats from 3D security. So a larger part of the field to nourish and stuff like that. So that being said, that's fruitful growth, period. That's fruitful growth, period, tangibly. Um, and wherever ring is going, even if it's going on in air and water arenas, you know, even going third, 7th, 11th, you know, 4th, 8th, 12th, even if it's going on in the emotional vibrational, like, and you know, Aries communicational, relational spaces. You know, there's still like an increase in solid fruits and foundation in those areas. You know, now if it's going your earth houses, yeah, if it's going your earth spaces, yeah, material increase, of course. Like fire spaces where you know, typically nine space, that's a, you know, that's an increase in bounty and territory. So still, yeah, material expansion, you know, like field space increasing creativity that would bring more fruit. And the first space, more solidity within, like more solidity within yourself, more things to nurture yourself to come about. So yeah, um, but yeah, at and shoot, before lunar shifts in Aquarius, y'all. Okay, at 23, no, not 23, 20, at 21, 29, PNUT Vesta of opposite Lilith. And I dang, I tell the synchronicities. I tell you synchronicity right before lunar shifts in Aquarius. The synchronicity right before Luna shifts herself into Aquarius. Okay, Vesta, you know, domicile, you know, tending sacred heart fires of Zeus, domicile in Sagittarius and Pisces. So like tending fires of masculine side spirituality, things of higher education, higher mind, philosophy, you know, you know, co- cosmic sciences, you know, broadcasting, publishing, you know, expanding bounty territory, particularly if she's in one of your earth spaces by descension or by evolution. You know, but Lilith is back in Gemini, y'all. Lilith back in Gemini, she's off the cusp. She is off the cusp. She is fully in Gemini. She is fully in Gemini. So this is period back. I said what fuck I said. And I shoot. I'm not putting my sword back in my sheath. Cause I ain't put it. I said what fuck I said. You know. So that being said, like, you know, Lilith, she nurtures the void, the yin. She on nurtures the yang. So unlike, you know, her sister, like Moon and Gemini, White Moon, Serene and Gemini, you know that, you know, they're about like nurturing the frequency exchanges of this realm and stuff like that. You know, so they're more about, you know, put like the flow, like yeah, like nurturing like the instructions, communications, teachings, like particularly if nine space, Moon and Gemini. Hello, yeah, um, you know, learning, instructing, still teaching. I'm still teaching, but if you got in the ninth space, so like that ninth space did things at higher mind, higher education, so it's more the higher subjects and topics. Just manifesting, flowing through in Geminian mercurial manner. So that being said, um, Lilith, like, you know what? Lilith coming through with that wild, untamed wind. Period. She come through that wild. She come through that wild, untamed wind. Period, and stuff like that. And yeah, you gonna be like, fuck this, man. Fuck tame these fires. I'm about to think and I want. I'm about to say what I want. And of course you should. I'm about to think what I want. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna read what I want. I'm gonna tune into what I want. Man, fuck being Lord of that. Fuck being Lord of that. But kids keep it balanced and stuff like that. You could, like kids keep it balanced and shit like that. You know? Keep it in balance. Keep it in balance and don't get carried off. Don't get carried off in the void, yin, wind, stuff like that. Don't, and not at this time, you know, make that harmony. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna fly above. Yeah, I'm going to fly above. I'm going to fly above and be just unfettered to this realm, aka not on the ground, but same time, I'm going to bring some no winds and still tend that fire, hover above and balance, hover above, hover above, hover above, but still hover above, but still stay tethered Venus enough so where you could tend to that and stuff like that. Cause same time you go all the way, same time you go all the way off up over there and stuff like that. You're not gonna have fire to keep you warm and stuff like that. You know, you're not gonna have that fire to keep you warm and stuff like that. So yeah, you still fan that fire too, but hover above. Yeah, this time and give yourself excuse and permission to go ahead and pull those sword there, hover above, slay what you need to slay, but take some and fan that fire too. Don't forget that either. Um, okay. At 20:43 p.m. UT, and that breaks down to 9 wisdom notes and completion. Moon goes into Aquarius. Aquarius. So that being said, like, you know, okay, what we was vibing with to stash our 3D security, we're gonna be vibing with to maintain our frequency security with. So with that being said, like, you know, the field that we was working in, stuff like that, you know, our fields, our empires, our staffs, our careers, have we stay solid what we boss over, this that and third we CEO over, you know our our structure and stuff like that. Okay, we got, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. This my solid spot. I'm good. And that it's gonna be in our frequencies, and we gonna be communicating about how we good with that. You know? Cause moon and Aquarius is like, yeah, when moon and Aquarius, like, it's still dealing with the human part, the collective and stuff like that. So I like, yeah, I'm back, you know, I'm about being that flow in, putting these crystallize these frequencies in the 11th space, yeah, that deal with society at large too, of, my empire while I rule over, like, the establishment, this, that, and third, my field, this, that, and third, like, like our empire amongst others, like, our side of the mountain compare, but expanding our view, expanding our view and stuff like that, since Jupiter is an esoteric ruler of Aquarius, because I don't tell you, Ganymede with Jupiter's lover boy and stuff like that. So seeing, like, so Jupiter seeing his joy in the land space. So like, but also expanding our view to others side of a mountain, other side mountain they climbing on, and finding, and still air, so it still deal with relation, and finding connection in that, like, hey, you do that, I can connect to that, I do this, this, you know this is my solidity, this is my structure, this is my seed, that's your seed. Okay, I connect that, I do this, but same time it's still going, Uranus same time still gonna be origination in there, stuff like that. It's still gonna be individual origination, period. Because like I said, Gaia, she came from chaos. Like, she came from chaos, and then she brought forth Oranos, Uranus, like the wild. So I'm gonna say the wild. Um, if this is easy at moon going easy aspect to your Saturn, Uranus, anything goes, Andrew, anything goes, or Pluto, then this be a solid, like this be easily solid, um freeing Uranus, Pluto, powerful, like powerful time for you. Hard aspect, Uranus might not, so cause Uranus still gonna do what he do. Uranus still gonna do what the fuck he do, period. But on that same flip, cause that's what Uranus does, even more so sometimes. Um, then there's gonna be Saturn, like restrictions, blockages, you feel like flowing off the ground, flying, but like you still tethered. You still tethered. Uranus is like, and that's doable Uranus. So it's like, okay, you kind of saw it, but like, dodging lightning strikes, dodging lightning. You trying to take out dodging lightning strike, you was pulled back to the under with. As much as you want to go and flow, you gotta find foundation in between, like float in between. You pull to the under with, like you pull to the underworld with, like, yeah, I want to fly, but same time I'm being pulled back down under with. So you got, it's it's like that kind of hover, like in between, like this time. Um, so I'm like, particularly this best square your Pluto is like, okay, those maintain frequencies that you vibing with receive, they better get deep. They bet it still back get deep. So it's like, yeah, it still back get deep. So like, you might want to make sure, like, cause you won't, like, you might want to make sure, please have your oxygen tank contain air. Contain air on before you go that deep at this time, stuff like that. Cause you gonna want to go deep and stuff like that. But remember, remember come up for air, and men come up for air and stuff like that, and don't go deep, don't go ocean flow, exploring, diving. without your oxygen tank on at this time. Or your scuba gear on so you can see. Cause yeah. And come up for air sometimes too. Hover. Flow in between hover. Um okay, at 018 AMUT, okay, that break down 9. Okay, so moon with trine north node, set south node. So that being said, like, the maintenance, the the vibes of the maintenance of frequency security, that those frequencies that we vibe with maintaining and stuff like that, it be gifting the ascension pathway at the time to shift the frequencies to like things, you know things and connections that can maintain us, that is stable, morals, values, resources, internal and external talents, um, you know, talent, skills, property, possessions, this, that, and third. Like, yeah, that's resources, external resources, stuff like that. Um, and with the staff node, it's the manifestation of taking, the sights and awareness that we need to from this time that we deeply vibe with, from this time, to be able to see how to go forward, so like that. Because north node, south node, it's a balance. Um, it's a balance in between like ascension and destiny, but the lessons and the wisdom that we carry with us from a previous point in time, when it comes to your nail map from a previous lifetime, when it comes to your evolved map, like from where you been in the past in this lifetime, from where you been in the past in this lifetime, stuff like that, It just, yeah. Okay, at 036 AMUT, okay, moon conjunct Mercury. So that being said, like, the vibe of establishing 3D security to maintain our frequency security in alignment with reception to a multiverse. The establishment of 3D security. Yeah, the establishment of 3D security, like, to maintain our frequency security that guides the maintenance and that guides awareness and the maintenance of what to manifest in 3D, the magic, the communication, the frequency, stuff like that. Moon gonna be in line with that. So yeah, that's a harmonious aspect. Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto, like powerful, Saturn solid, and you have solid space for those, for those frequencies to flow about, your side of the mountain, your field, your empire, amongst this, that, like, like receiving those insights, seeing those cosmic, um universal insights and downloads, stuff like that, to, like, to maintain your solidity and security, your competency in this realm, what your domain, this, that, and third. Uranus at insight time, Pluto, powerful communication time, powerful frequency time, hard aspects, um, including Uranus, but also excluding, like, either or Uranus, anything goes, either or, and Saturn shit gonna be blocked, restricted. They're gonna be a crutch, blocking, you know, blocking the throat chakra energy, because Mercury do rule over throat chakra, Moon, third eye, stuff like that. So like the blockages, Uranus, yeah, you gonna be up in air, done lit out ground, but lightning striking, so you ducking, you might not, might get hit by lightning. Pluto, yeah, definitely. Like that's when shit turned deep. That shit turned deep. You really, really think, like put your goggles on before you hit the water, man, and make sure you got your oxygen tank. But other than that, like, that communication is gonna flow. Like, your freeze is gonna flow about what you run, what you buy, so what you solid in, what you solid in, your seat, your structure, your this, that, and third. Have, but also how you can break out that a bit. I also had, because still Uranus, I also had you break out the box a little bit, and flow and connect with flow and connect with the rest of the human Aquarius, the rest of the human side, the collective with, you know. Okay, at 3:06 a.m. UT. That's the last, like, you know that's the last alignment for the majority of this rotation and stuff like that. Moon in alignment, charcoal. It's the alignment of taking that personal space. Because after all this communication going down, you gonna feel like going back to your spot, getting going back to your field, get on that hit that crop duster plane. Going back to your building, turn fan on. Going back to your house, turn the damn fan on. Like, you gonna feel like getting some space. Like, and that's the alignment of getting that personal space to, like, further, to further grow the future generations and stuff like that. Further that expanse and bounty with the future generations and stuff like that. The space that bring forth fertility and hard aspect to your Saturn, Uranus, so Pluto gonna be hard to get in that space, because Pluto still gonna want to drag you to deeply emotional connect through that stuff like that. But knowing you feel like getting your space, but Pluto is drag, your Saturn is like, nah, restricted. Uranus is like, yeah, you might, but watch out. Easy aspect, you definitely will get the much needed space at this time and stuff like that. Cause Charles is on the Charcoal is at 2 degrees, 47 minutes arc, and 50 seconds of Aquarius. So still not off that Capricorn Aquarius cusp. But yeah, that was the Asterical alignments. Reflect report and the after alignment reflections. So yeah, peaceful, serene, lunar day, peace, good notes. I'll shout good 3 space. You y'all, my contact information, cash app information, all my other my other endeavors are in the description. Yeah, I do put I got, yeah, planning on I'm planning on building that website, like Polaris Moon Astrology and Tarot and stuff like that is still in manifestation process. But yeah, you know, so yeah, the actual to actually like have to actually have a website instead of just like doing it on instead of just handling things on this platform, on this side of the space platform. Actually have like website to make it like easier, stuff like that. So yeah, peace, good note. Outside living star systems. Three spaces. I do still plan to like. I do even at then I do still plan to do these lives and have it post on their website stuff like that. But yeah, I I until the latter half of the rotation or until next rotation, y'all.